Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another scenario for Get Diagnostics where we will use Get Diagnostics in order to fetch the schema name. Now what is a schema name? How we can retrieve it? This thing we will discuss with a program that I have already created with the name Get Diagno 414. Okay. So before we discuss this demo program, let me show you one table and its structure because that thing we are going to follow in order to perform our operation to fetch get diagnostic schema name. Okay, so let me take you to the session B. Here I will run one command which is strsql, and here I will show you the structure of the table which I am using. So you can see this is the actual structure which I am using right now. Create table students 2, where we have two columns. First is student ID and second one is student name. If you check the first column, this is a primary key column. That means whenever we are trying to insert a record which is with duplicate key value, it will give error. Okay, if you're not sure, like if you want to learn more about the primary key concept, then there is a separate video for primary key. You can refer, you will see all the kind of rules for this primary key function. Okay, but right now we are just using it because we want to generate some error, and that error is related to duplicate key value error. Okay, so now second column we have here is student name with 255 characters. This table I have already created, so that's why I'm not creating it, because if I create it again, you will see it is showing me students 2 is already in, Sharmit 1 already exists. Okay, so let me remove this, and instead of this what I will do, I will show you the data of it, because data is something on which we are going to perform this operation. So select star from Sharmit1 slash, and my file name is students2. If I hit enter here, you will see we have multiple records here from student ID 1012 to 113. So these are the data record that we have in our file students2. Okay, now as I told you that we are going to generate some error through this file with the help of primary key. So what I will do, I will try to insert record, and we will try to insert that record which is already there. You can see 113 is already there. So let's repeat the same process. So here I will run one query, insert, press F4, and then I will write my table name which is students 2, and library is Sharmit 1. Here I will put the 113 and 113 and 113 name. Let me hit enter here. Once I hit enter, you will see you can see this is generating one error, that is duplicate key value specified. It means we are trying to insert the data which is already there in the file, and that's why it is generating error. And this is what we are looking for. We want to generate error, and it is actually generating the error. Fine. Now let's go to the session A, and here we will see the program. So in this program you will see we have two variable. First variable is GD info and second variable is result. Now which value we are going to fetch today? We are going to fetch schema name. So to store this schema name, we need one variable that I'm declaring here, GD info, and the data type and length we have decided by referring the IBM official website. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply go and check out the details for schema name in uh, the list of table that is provided by the IBM, and accordingly I can declare the variable name. We can decide, it is up to you how you would decide, and as per your choice you can select any name. As of now we are just fetching one information here, so I just declare it as gday underscore info. But if you would like to declare multiple value, means if you would like to fetch multiple values, then you can declare like gd underscore schema or whatever the value you are fetching. So you can give meaningful name to it. Below to this, we have one variable, result variable, which is of type character, length 10. This variable I am using because the above variable is maximum size, right? 128 character size. So we are not supposed to print it directly, right? So what I will do, I will firstly fetch the value into this gd info, and then we'll perform trim operation, and that result we will store into this result variable. Okay, fine. Afterwards, what we are doing, we are setting the commit option to star none, as we always do in our program. So I'm just setting the commitment. We are just turning off the commitment control. Then below to this, what we are doing, we are inserting data, because through insertion itself we are performing the data duplicate key value error. So here I'm running one query, insert into Sharmit1 slash students2 values 113, and my second value is 113 name, which is my name. We already know that this record is already there in the file. Let me show you again. 113 is already there. So in that case, what will happen? It will generate error. So the moment when it generate error, it will check for schema, like what is the schema name, and then that schema name we will fetch with the help of Get Diagnostics. Okay, so here this query will be executed, and after that we are executing the Get Diagnostics in order to fetch the schema name. So Get Diagnostics syntax is like this. You need to write exec SQL Get Diagnostics condition 1 schema name, then this value we will store into the host variable gd info, and then simply we are going to print it. So here I'm printing it with firstly I'm trimming it the value and then storing it into result variable, and then we are displaying it here on line number 31. At last I'm running star INLR to star on. So what it will do, it will set the last record indicator, turn on the last record indicator. So let's quickly compile this program and call this. So once I call this, it is returning me a value which is Sharmit1, and you know my library name is Sharmit1. So actually your library is your schema, which it is returning. So this is the Sharmit1. Okay, so one thing is clear, that when we execute Get Diagnostic in order to fetch the schema name, it returns the value which is Sharmit1. But there is one question: will it return the same value in case of success message? Means if your query is executed successfully, will it return the same value? Let's check this. So to check this, what we will do, we will go here and insert the value which is not there in the file. So let me run it for 114, because 114 is not there. Let's double check this. You can see if I run the query again, 114 is not there, which is fine. So this time it will not generate any error, and this insert query will execute it properly. Post that, we will check the Get Diagnostics and we will try to fetch the schema name. So let's see whether it will return any value or not. So let me compile this, and I'm calling this program. So once I call this, you can see it is printing blank. Why? Because this time there is no error, and if there is no error, then in that case there is nothing wrong with the query, and therefore it is not returning any schema name. Okay, and if you check your file data again, you will see that yes, record has been inserted. So that means there is no issue. In case of if there is no issue, then it will insert your data, 114 is there, and at the same time it is not returning anything in a schema name. That's why we have got the blank value. Fine. What will happen if I call the programs again? In this case, it will return the schema name again. Why? Because now our program is again trying to insert the record with the ID 114, and it is already there in the file. That's why it again generated the generated the schema name, which is Sharmit 1. Okay, so this is how we can utilize Get Diagnostics in order to fetch the schema name. And this thing we can use, let's say if you are running multiple queries and there you want to store like the schema name for which the error has been occurred. So in that case, you can utilize this Get Diagnostics schema name. I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.